Shalom, 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 shalom. Shalom alaikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ya Bani Israel. Would like to give all praises due to the Most High and His omnipotence and giving us air in our lungs and giving us to another day. And also all praises to my brothers and sisters and whatnot, man. Give a shout out to my brothers and sisters and Gentiles alike as well who follow this truth and who stick by it, who remain loyal to all the aspects, laws, statutes, and commandments, and all the things that be of, that makes us the apple of the Most High's eyes every day. Blesses my people. I wanted to come forth and whatnot because something that I've noticed for the past couple of maybe a few weeks. Me being a music lover, music being my first love, for my child coming up, and I've always followed music. I was an aspiring artist at one time myself. I do almost 90% of everything that I do. I always do with music. I can't do anything hardly without music. But anyway, this particular thing is about an artist, but I go by the name of D1. Now, anybody that's familiar with D1, that's ever heard of D1, even listened to his music, D1 has been around for a while. It's been around longer than most people would think and whatnot. He just came out with an album, I believe, which is like maybe his 10th or maybe 11th. I believe this is his 10th album. Yeah, come out. And I just started listening to his music and so forth, and I like what the brother has and like what he's bringing to the table and to the forefront, because you don't have many artists out there that's willing to make the type of artistic music, that it, from its originality, from its original beginnings. And what I mean by that is where the content of music that you hear or what most is being played today is not the content that from where I come from. From the content of music of hip hop in the era where I'm, where I started with, it's all about consciousness. Lyrics were a big thing. Lyrics were a big focus, and who had the the wildest and the hottest, like punchlines and metaphors and so forth. Hip hop music is very competitive, in all aspects as well. But the artist D1, is the brother that come out to Orleans, and he made a stand and has been making a stand lately, which I love. Because hip hop needs a shift. It needs a shift. And he adjusts something very important, which I believe all artists, who really care about the people, as they say, he made a point, and he was addressing accountability in the music industry. When does artists really consider within themselves that, to take accountability, for certain art that they put out there in the music, I believe more or less that he was attacking the industry in a whole. Because we all know who run the industry. There's no need to front and fake, and fake jacks with it. We all know who run the industry. When Kanye spoke about it and whatnot, and being that the Jewish people, and they have all this pull and power in the industry, which became such a controversial thing. It was true. They make money off of artists, who would be willing to go out there and promote gangsterism in the music, and they're glamorizing gangster, the gangster lifestyle, or they're out there over hyper-sexualizing our sisters. They go out there and they make this movie, and this talk about change and all this talk about change, but you can't scream about change. But then another instant, you're on a record talking about peeling a guy cat back. How much keys or drug you known for moving? Sexualizing sisters, having them in the videos, man, with G-strings up the behind crack, twerking and all of this stuff, man, hypersexualizing us, which in the first place, that's how our colonizers and our enemies, that's how they viewed us and our sisters, us as a people in the first place. that we're 1/3 or 1/5 of a human being, no, that we are so uncivilized. All of this, labels and by labels that we have put on us for years, and scripture speaks about these things. It's already a prophecy. But anyway, back to the brother D1, he commented about, how Meek Mill, Rick Ross, and Jim Jones, we need to do better. You know what I mean? And he wasn't trying to attack them. He wasn't trying to downplay the music so much or anything and so forth. But he was speaking accountability as far as his lyrical content that certain music we put out there. You have a large platform and the people follow you. And you have a larger, most of your large platform of the people that follow you is young teenagers that follow you. You know what I mean? And they are influenced by certain things that are constantly put out there. And mind you, this was another way of the government of infiltrating music. But that's a whole other issue. The brother D1 has taken a stance and basically addressing the problems and whatnot, man, that most of our people and whatnot, that they get that vibe and frequency off of. If there's something negative within the music, that's the vibe and the frequency, that negative frequency that they get from it. And this is what D1 was addressing, okay? The artists, you have to take accountability. You can't keep hiding behind a facade about, oh, well, I sell turkeys and whatnot. I put out turkeys and give away turkeys come Thanksgiving, like Rick Ross put out there. That he was so fast to get on his social media or his platform to address D1 and say, well, take that basket off your head. I've been doing things in the community, giving out bikes and trikes, Pampers to single mothers. All right, you did them things or whatnot, man. I'm not knocking you. But what really does that do for the community, no man? No man, what does that do for the community? How far can our community get by with that? Jim Jones, you just a situation out there and say, well, your brother's only using your name to gain a platform. The brother already have a platform. Okay? You don't like him using your name. Your address and how you responded to it was exactly what D1 was coming from in the first place. Your exact response of, oh yeah, well, my cousin might not like the way he say my name. He might want to slap a dread loose. Come on, man. These are the exact things that the brother D1 was talking about. You adjusted exactly what he was making the issue about. You made his point. You basically made it simple for the brother. You made it simple for that Reggie, Jim Jones. You give out some clothes in the hood, and where that's supposed to take the people in the hood? How far they in the hood that's supposed to get them? Are you opening up any hospitals, any clinics? Are you talking about trying to open up a law firm and trying to hire the best, maybe black people and whatnot, man, that pass the bar exam, that's good in law, they're skillful, somebody that can be the next John Cochran? You're not talking about those things. But as soon as somebody adjusts you about accountability and the lyrical content you put in your music, you're already forgetting your feelings. Somebody diss you, huh? You act like the boy they talk about your mother. And he ain't saying nothing derogatory about you, so what's all the feelings for? What you catching feelings for now, Jimmy? We have to do better, you know what I mean? He's a virgin that's coming forth, man, to take a stance. And D1, I like what you're doing, the virgin. Yeah, I like what you're doing. We need to bring back true essence in the music because it's dead, it's been gone. Everybody angry, everybody want to talk gangster, everybody want to be a gangster and shoot gun. Everybody want to hypersexualize their female sisters and whatnot, man. The sisters. But you won't allow your sister for anybody to want to sexualize your sister now, would you? You wouldn't want that. So, all I was saying is we got to do better. B1, I stand by you, brother. You know what I mean? There's guys like myself, man, I stand by you, man. Represent you. All right? So you keep up the good faith, man, because this is what your calling is, man. This is what the Most High is put you in this platform. He put you in that lane. He put you in that lane for a reason. So continue to fight the good fight. Bless. Shalom.